Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Solid Nutrition YouTube channel. Hope you've all had a really great Christmas and I've got some good plans for the new year. We've had a really great Christmas. We're here in sunny Gisborne. You can see it's amazing weather here. So I just thought I'd take a bit of time out from the big family gatherings and everything, as great as it is, and talk to you a little bit about some digestive problems and remedies. So I've written down on my notes 8 tips. So there's a little bit of information here, so I'm just going to keep referring back to my notes because otherwise I'll completely forget. So let's get into it quickly. And so the first one, so if you're a person that would struggle with any digestive issues and things like that, so you think like your reflux, anything to do with your lower stomach, so celiacs, you get IBS, you've got no gluten intolerance, dairy intolerance, you get indigestion after you eat, you frequently suffer from bloating, anything like that. So these tips will help you, and you might be someone who's a constant sufferer from it, and you might just be someone that gets it every now and then and you want something to sort that out or prevent it from happening. So I hope this helps. So the first one is very simple, so just drinking lots of water. So what I do is first thing every morning is I'll have 1 glass of water before I get started, before I even have breakfast. So that just helps to get everything moving and working after a night of no food and no drink. So you're really dehydrated. So just imagine what you feel like, or your brain feels like, going into work or going into exercise and you're completely dehydrated. You feel sluggish, you don't feel like you're working properly, and it doesn't end up being what you want it to be like. You don't get that extra bit out of yourself that you would like. You feel really like bleh. So drinking water, so that's what your digestive system is going to feel like if when you hit yourself with a full meal before you've even had anything to drink and you've really dehydrated. It's going to slow things down. Your metabolism will be a bit slow, so this will help to boost your metabolism in the morning and make you feel that little bit. You'll be amazed, like 1 glass of water every morning, 2 if you can handle it before you have breakfast, and just see how much difference it makes to you. I really notice the difference. Okay. So the next step would be apple cider vinegar and or lemon. So some people can't tolerate the taste of apple cider vinegar. Personally, it's not that bad. You can start off with little bits and then you can gradually increase it. So you're just adding this to your water. So you could do this in the morning when you have that 1 glass of water. Or you can do it in a glass before each meal, and it just helps to get your digestive juices going, the bits that break down your food. It helps to lower your, balance out your pH level in your blood, so making it a bit more alkaline. It also helps with inflammation. It's really good for boosting your immune system. So that's apple cider vinegar, and lemon as well is just as good. So we all know lemons are jam-packed with vitamin C. So you're just squeezing maybe half a fresh lemon into your water, and then you drink that back. And it's one of those things that they're really, really good for you. If you can't quite handle the taste, just scull back that water, get it out as quickly as possible. But like I said, you can start with just a little bit of apple cider vinegar and just build it up as you tolerate it a little bit more. So so no biggie. And then we've got, my phone has locked. Here we go. So number 3, so the probiotics. So that's getting hold of a really good probiotic and having it on a daily basis. So this is something that I would recommend to anyone, whether you suffer from digestive issues or not. It's something that we should all take on a daily basis. It's basically the good bacteria in your gut. It's basically, in that capsule is these good bacteria, and it just replenishes the population in your stomach. If you suffer quite a lot from getting sick, a lot of little colds and flus, you're on daily medications, and we're constantly exposed to the environmental toxins and things like that can damage our gut. Food and sensitivities, so gluten, dairy, peanuts, anything like that. You're gonna have a bit of an imbalance in your stomach. So it's really good for people who suffer from those things in particularly to keep on top of things and replenishing your gut flora every day. So taking 2 capsules a day is good. and you can get dairy-free ones as well. So you can get these just from your local health food stores, or the ones I take is a Metagenics brand. So it's really good, and you can get that from your healthcare practitioner. So they are only provided by healthcare practitioners. So just try and source one out, or or you might even already know someone who sells it. So you might even be able to get it online. So you can check online. Number 4 is prebiotics. So this is basically complements your probiotics. So prebiotics are the food for the good gut bacteria in your gut. So these are all food sources. So they go hand in hand together, and different food sources. So like anything in the onion family. So you've got garlic, you've got your onions, you've got leeks, things like that. You've got bananas, any fermented foods that you're aware of. So tempeh, tofu, paneer. You can have barley, oats, asparagus, flax seeds. There's lots of different sources. Any drinks, so I'm sure most of you have probably heard of kombucha, and also kefir. They're all really great sources of drinks. And as you can see, there's my little girl walking up behind me. Hi, darling. This is Mila. What are you doing? You come to, okay, you sit there nicely. Okay. So trying to get all these in your diet on a daily basis. There might only be a few that you'd actually like, but if just trying to incorporate them as much as you can. When you do take your probiotic, this will help to feed the good bacteria and help them grow. So it really it will help decrease the amount of bad bacteria in your stomach. So opposed to like really sugary foods or salty foods, those types of foods will feed your bad bacteria, and then they'll overgrow. Your good bacteria will suffer, and then that's when you get sick and all those kinds of things, and the stomach issues start to play up. Atti is an animal. So what did you see, darling? You're not sure? Alright, so number 5, eating early and when you're hungry. So what I mean by that is like, when you start to feel hungry, that bit of hunger, hi, then you want to, that's your prompt to then have your next meal. So rather than waiting until you're starving, and then you run the risk of overeating because you eat so fast. You're really, really hungry, you gobble down your food, and then you don't actually notice that you've had a meal, and you could continue eating after that. So eating on time and not when you're starving is a good one. And also eating when by 7:30 at night at the latest. So if you go to sleep on a full stomach, this is going to really impact the quality of your digestion. So you're going to go to sleep while you've got lots of food in your tummy. It's going to take your body's focus, darling. Mummy needs that one, yeah? Mummy needs it, bye! Yeah. So it's going to take your body's focus away from getting a restful sleep, because you're still trying to process all this food that you've just had at dinner. So if we can have if we can have dinner early enough, then it gives your body enough time to digest the food before you have a good sleep. Even going for a light walk or something like that will help to get things moving. So yeah, so trying to have dinner as early as you can, and then you're not impacting the quality of sleep that you're having later, or slowing down your metabolism. Okay, so number 6, so lowering your stress levels. So this is something that everyone can relate to. So being stressed, it promotes our bodies to be in that flight or fight mode. So that's when your cortisol hormone is really high. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of cortisol and stress together. It's quite common and a lot talked about these days. So this puts you on high alert and in survival mode. So that means that most of your blood is in your extremities, so in your arms and your legs, and it's not focused in your, around your organs. So this is basically, so if anything dangerous was about to happen, you're ready to go. You've got your blood pumping through your arms and your legs. You can run as fast as you can or do whatever if you're in a life-threatening situation. So that's the flight or fight kind of scenario. So when you're in that zone, then it's really hard. It really does slow down your digestion. So when you are eating, trying to stay away from work, try not to eat on the go, so you can actually relax and your body can focus on what you're doing, so that you're eating and digesting your food and making sure that your body's actually absorbing it. Being stressed can really, really impact the absorption of the foods in your body. You gonna say hi? You gonna wave? Hi. You don't know what to do you? Okay, you sit here. Alright, so so that really impacts your digestion and the absorption of your nutrients. So if you want to make sure that you're getting everything properly, then we want to try and make sure that we're not being distracted or working or stressed while we're eating. I know this is really hard, and there's a lot of on-the-go mums and people with stressful jobs, but taking even just 20 minutes out of your day just to sit down and have your food will make such an impact. Number 7, liquid chlorophyll. So I'm not sure if many of you have heard about this, but this is just a quick one. It's a nice little remedy. So people that suffer frequently from things like reflux, stomach cramps and indigestion and things like that, it's basically a mouth to bum soother. So if you're having any discomfort or pain, it will help to soothe and make everything feel a lot better and help you kind of tolerate it a bit more. Obviously you want to be taking away the foods that are making it happen, but initially while you're doing that, liquid chlorophyll is a really good way to soothe your body and help you relieve you of those symptoms. So you can get that from most of your health food stores. It's really easy to, well, it should be easy to find, and if you can't see it in the shop, just ask the person at the desk. They should be able to point it in your direction. So, and finally our last tip, so number 8, is eating alkaline foods. So if you get a bit of time, if you Google the acid alkaline chart, you'll be able to find it easily on Google, and it basically shows you where foods sit on the scale between acid and alkaline. So you want to be eating more alkaline foods. That helps bring the acidity of your blood down. So so that helps with reducing inflammation. And it will help with anyone suffering from reflux and these digestive issues that I've talked about. During pregnancy, it will really help from people who suffer from that. I know I did a lot, and kind of eating the more alkaline foods and staying away from sugary, salty foods that tend to be really acidic. It helped a lot. So, and it will help just about anyone else. So, if you're suffering from injuries, if you've injured yourself, just day-to-day work, if you injure yourself at home, through sports, your body's going to be going through a lot of inflammation, because you've just torn or strained a muscle. So that's your body's first immune response is inflammation. So even if you're sick, you're going to be suffering from inflammation. If you've got any stomach problems, you're going to be suffering from inflammation. And if you're battling any conditions or diseases, arthritis, things like that, your body is going to be in a state of inflammation. If you're overweight, your body will be in a state of inflammation. So, eating these alkaline foods will help bring down this inflammation, help your body cope with it a bit better. So that's another good tip. So eating the more alkaline foods, and you'll be surprised at what foods are actually on the more alkaline side compared to the acidic side. So if you try and rejig your diet and balance it out so you're incorporating more of those foods, then that will really help. So so that's my 8 tips. So I'll just go over those again quickly, just the headlines. So we've got number 1 was water, number 2 was apple cider vinegar and lemon. Number 3 were probiotics, getting a good source of probiotics daily. Prebiotics was number 4. Number 5, eating early and not when you're starving, and also by 7:30 at night for dinner, a really good time. Number 6, lowering your stress levels while you're eating. Number 7, liquid chlorophyll. And number 8 was eating more alkaline foods rather than acidic foods. So there's your 8 tips to help your digestion. You might use them all, you might only try 1 or 2, but give them a go and see what works for you, and I hope it really does. So so have a great new year. That's me for now. There'll be another vlog coming soon, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, and keep a lookout on my social media pages. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, what else am I on? Pinterest if you want some good recipes, and any of the Google Plus, and any other ones you can think of. I'm sure I'm missing something. Alright, let's go and find my daughter now. We're gonna go play in the park now. Bye!